Whoa. Lordy, lordy, lordy. It's a lovely day today. Absolutely honking, and I got off work early. So, I'm going to do a wee little vlog on the way home, like. I have to park my bike down in like this alleyway because I keep almost getting parking tickets because the knobhead traffic warden says I'm not allowed to park on the road. In fairness, I'm probably not exactly where I do park anyway, but you know. The thing is, drunks use this entire alleyway as like somewhere to smash the glass bottles and stuff, which isn't great. Let's hope the Pilot Road 2s are good with glass. So, today I'm going to do a little talk about what I've done to my bike and little mods that you can do to your bike without breaking the bank. Reason for this is I get bored of bikes pretty quickly, hence why I'm on like my 6th bike since I passed my test 3 years ago. Granted, most of those were down to me blowing them up, but who cares. So my number 1, and this isn't any order of favourite or anything like that, number 1, I'm going to go with screen. So you get a new bike and the chances are the screen's going to be a bit naff. It's going to point directly at your chest, which is not exactly where you want it to point, because you get back problems and shoulder problems and you know the deal. So you're going to put a new screen on it. I personally have an Iridium screen that's supposedly a double bubble, but I don't think it is. I mean, it is, but it's not very good. It looks cool, but it doesn't divert the wind enough, so I end up on a motorway with the wind just like aiming straight for my neck, which isn't the most ideal of places for the wind to be shooting. So a double bubble windscreen should throw the wind up a little bit higher so it doesn't hit you square in the face or the neck. I'm actually looking for one at the moment that's going to be a bit more bubbled. Probably going to go dark smoke this time. Anyway, I digress. My second thing that I'm going to go with is purely a cosmetic thing, but it's also proven to be more than that. So I put a post up saying, oh, what's everyone's, you know, views on bar end mirrors? And everyone's like, gay, oh, massive homo, oh, I love them bar end mirrors are for queers and gamosexuals. So basically the entire forum is just old men apparently, because they're closed-minded. Hate to say it, but they are. The big fuck off mirrors that sit there, yeah, they're great and all if you don't want to see anything behind you because your arms are in the way, but to be honest, they're not much good. They absolutely suck. I couldn't see anything. I'd have to like contort myself just to see behind me. Now that I've got these little bar end mirrors, yeah, I have to move my head a little bit more, but I can completely see behind me in both sides as well, which is really good. I absolutely love them. They take away from the bulk of this bit as well, making it look a hella making it look hella sporty, which is sick because I like my bike looking sporty. And yeah, no, I can't recommend bar end mirrors highly enough. You get extra visibility, they're cheap as chips, and they look cool. And I don't care what anyone says, I love them. The third thing that I'd probably go for would be sprockets. Now I've done a sprocket conversion to this bike. I've put -1 tooth on the front and +2 on the rear, which some people will be like, oh, why'd you do that? Oh, just get a bigger bike. Well, that would be a great idea if I could afford a bigger bike. For the sake of, I mean, my chain and sprockets needed changing anyway, and this setup is actually cheaper than the stock setup to replace. So personally I don't see why you wouldn't. Yeah, it's throwing my speedo out loads. You know, I'll be doing, for example, I'm probably doing about 30 now and it says I'm doing 36. You rev a little bit higher, so your fuel consumption's probably increased. But all in all, it gives you so much more mid-range. You know, it's such a noticeable difference. And yeah, I went to an extreme. Like most people will go +1 on the rear or +2 on the rear. I went -1 on the front as well. So if you think, say there's, I don't know, 16 teeth on the front, and you go down 1, that's giving you a 1/16th increase in your acceleration, which I know it doesn't sound like much, but realistically it is. And then on top of that, you've got +2 on the rear. Now, the changes in the rear aren't as big as the changes in the front, because if you think you've got, say, 45 teeth on your rear, and you go up 1, that's a 45th increase. Go up 2, that's 2 45ths increase, which isn't much, and that's just not much. So I personally went -1 +2, and I've noticed a massive increase in acceleration. And yeah, the top end isn't as much, but going around Brands Indy, you can pretty much max out the bike on the straight, and I think that's an ideal length. For a longer circuit, I'd be tempted to drop a tooth on the back, purely because I was almost at the limiter at the Indy circuit, so anything longer, I'm going to be sat on the limiter the whole way, and that's not really what you want to be doing. But yeah, can't recommend a sprocket change highly enough. Like, it increases the response, especially on an inline 4 where all of the power is massively high up. Just by changing the sprockets, you've all of a sudden got a lot more mid-range, which is the usable power. Number 4, this is all cosmetics again, things that just to make your bike look a bit nicer. I'm going to go for something like a seat cowl. A seat cowl doesn't do anything, it literally covers up your rear seat, but all in all it provides a nice tidier feel for the rear of the bike. It goes hand in hand with stuff like the tail tidy, smaller license plate, mini indicators, all of that is all included in this section that I'm talking about. I got a license plate off of eBay and it was like 12 quid, I think. And you know, now that I haven't got that massive thing that comes with the bike, the big bit of plastic that sits the license plate on, my entire rear end is now neatened up a hell of a lot. Whereas before I had this license plate that was like this big and indicators that were... Actually no, I had small indicators on it anyway, but you know what I'm saying. It's a hell of a lot more tidy now, which is nice. The seat cowl, the smaller plate, the indicators, just everything looks nicer back there now, so that's another thing to make your bike look nice. Like I say, all of these things that I'm talking about are all budget things. They're all things that, for example, I'm a student, I have shit all money to play with. So when it comes to doing things, I mean, I've just ordered a couple of tyre pens so that I can make the writing on my tyre white instead of black. And yeah, you know, it cost me 3 quid. And yeah, it's literally just a cosmetic thing, but all in all, like, it's going to make me happier with the bike that I've got. I'm not going to go and spend 400 quid on a set of Öhlins forks or a new TTX rear shock. That's not going to happen. It's not a feasible thing to do, especially when I'm a road rider primarily. You know, I'm better off going and getting my suspension set up, which I do want to do. That's in the cards. Like, that's what's going to happen. But not for a little while. I'm happy with the way the bike is. Number 5 is exhaust. If you can find an exhaust that makes your bike sound the way you want it to sound, you'll be a bajillion times more happy with that bike. Guarantee it, 100%. Most bikes that you'll buy, if you're on a budget, so like a second-hand used bike, whatever it is, 4th hand, 5th hand, whatever, you're going to have had X amount of owners. Someone's bound to have put an aftermarket can on it. The stock cans from the manufacturers of used bikes just don't do the bikes justice. You know, you've got, for example here, you've got a 600cc engine that sounds amazing, but with a stock can on it, it's like, you can't hear it. Why would you want that? I've got an Aquaphobic on mine, I love the way it sounds. Don't get me wrong, I'm thinking of removing some of the wadding from inside it to make it louder, but that's just because I'm a yob. I'm your typical knob on a gsx-r. But getting the right exhaust note will do you... Ow, my penis. Getting the right exhaust note is going to make you happy. It's going to make you a lot happier with the bike that you've got. Next, to be honest, there's not really much else. I'm currently struggling to find things to do to my bike. Like, there's little things like putting rim tape on, or some frame sliders, I don't know, paddock stand bobbins and things like that. Or, you know, there's not much you can do. Headlight bulbs. Put one of those blue tinted ones in that make the light whiter. You know, it's great and all, but to be honest, it doesn't really add much. Now, I've done all of these things to my bike besides the crash bobbins, and I want to get some of them. Oh my god, hang on, let me get out of this traffic. But all in all, the one thing that I will say is, don't let other people tell you what you want. Don't let your opinion be governed by what other people think. You know, like, I've got a gsx-r, and yeah, I had the rampant rider, and everyone telling me, oh, Gixxers are gay, or oh, why are you getting a Gixxer, they're common as muck. But at the end of the day, I saw the bike, and I liked it, and I got it, and I still like it. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind upgrading to something with a little bit more power, or a little bit newer, or just something else. But that's because I get bored of bikes quickly. But I like the bike. I love the way it sounds, I love the way it rides, I love the way it feels, I love the power of it. It's brilliant. I'm not going to lie. But don't let other people tell you what you want. You make that bike yours because that's the way you want it to be. You want to have, I don't know, pink levers on it. You get them. You do what you want. You want to put 8 hangers on a fire blade? Go for it. You do it. Yeah, you look like a bell end, but why not? If you got the cash to splash and it's your unique style, do it. Anyway, that was just a little vlog, or a little video. I don't know if you can even call it a vlog. It's a little video for my ride home from work, because it's a nice day and I got out early. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, let me know. Give me some feedback, tell me what you think. Give me some encouragement to do more. I know I've been slacking recently, I haven't been making many videos, and to be honest, the weather hasn't permitted me to do so. You wouldn't believe it given what it is like today. Mate, what the fuck are you doing? Absolute pillock. Oh, I vape. Oh, look at me, I vape. Oh, love all them vapings. So hopefully there'll be a dual vlog on the horizon shortly with the Crazy Mook. We got these Bluetooth headsets, 30 quid from Aldi, right? And they're so good. Like, they're really, really good. The music clarity is really decent, and actually I want to go Asda for food. Music clarity is good. They're loud. They connect. They've got a 500 meter range, which for 30 quid you cannot go wrong with. 3-year warranty. You're laughing, mate. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a dual vlog done with the Crazy Mook. And that'll be a laugh. But until then, guys, I'ma go get me some chicken. Yum, 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 yum. Love me the chicken. Put the chicken in my face. In my pie hole. In my chicken hole. Power wheelie. Anyway, see you later, guys. Love you. Bye. That's the back end after I tidied it up. It looks pretty good. And there she is from the side. You can see a load of duct tape under my right lever, and that's purely because my fuse box lid flew off and I had to tape it up. See you later, tramps.